Hey, pleasant good evening to you from Charles M. Schultz Highland Arena in St. Paul. It's opening night, high school hockey here on Youth Hockey Hub, and we have a good one for you tonight. We have the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders, the home team, taking on the Eagles of Eden Prairie. The flag is being posted at center ice, as you see the Wild do from time to time. Jeff Pappas is my name. I have the call for this evening's game, and here are the starting lineups from Eden Prairie. And it's Ben Bullis in goal. He is the most experienced returning goaltender for the Eagles. He played in 6 games last season. Keegan Langfell's number 4, senior and one of the captains of this team. And his partner is Luke Middlestad, and if that name sounds familiar, it should. There are 2 more Middlestads in this program. And there's the other one, John Middlestad, wearing number 9, so Luke and John Middlestad. Jack Jensen, one of the other captains on this team, and its leading returning scorer. And Carter Batchelder, number 22, is the other wing for Eden Prairie. And the Eagles are coached by Lee Smith. Starting lineup for Cretin-Derham Hall. And they turn out the lights for it. So your guess is as good as mine. We'll get them from the public address announcer. And in goal, it's George Maguire, a senior, won 11 games last year, posted a 2.18 goals against average for this team. More on him as the game progresses. And on defense, Danny Magnuson, 6-foot senior, leading scorer among defensemen last year on this team, scored 33 points. And his defense partner is Aiden Dooley, another senior. So Magnuson and Dooley are the first defense pair. Theo Hoppy is introduced as the right wing on this team. Grayson Milosh, number 14, senior, as the other wing. And Matt Gleason is the center of that line. As a sophomore last year, he did amazing things. 28 goals, 22 assists for 50 points. Cretin won 21 games last season and returns most of their big guns. And we'll have our face-off right after our national anthem. Out, and we're just about ready to face off the 2018-2019 season. This is the first game that the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders have played since the first year of the Reagan administration, where Jim O'Neill has not been the coach. Jim O'Neill retired last spring after 38 years guiding this team. He'd been the coach since 1980. Won the 2006 state championship, 3 section championships, 11 conference championships, and also 5 state baseball championships as the coach of that team. So a lot of success with Jim O'Neill retiring. He's been replaced by Matt Funk, who was the coach at St. Paul Academy last year. All right, Raiders in the home white will work from left to right, and it's George Maguire in goal to that side. 2.18 goals against average last year, 89.6 save percentage. And to our right, Ben Bullis, last year 2 wins, 3 losses, and a tie, 2.96 goals against average, 85% save percentage. Middlestead will face off for Eden Prairie, and he will do battle with Matt Gleason. And we'll get this game underway. Gleason 50 points as a sophomore last season, as we mentioned. And this game is underway. Raiders will shoot it in from center ice. Dooley, goaltender, missed the cutoff on the far side, and the Raiders had to establish possession, but along the far half wall, out it comes to center. That's Jensen, headed off at the red line, shoots it in from center ice, and Maguire sticks it off to the left corner, but gave it away momentarily. And now the puck is along the far half wall, and the Eagles hold possession. Middlestead throws it in front, and they score! And Eden Prairie is on the board. Jack Jensen scoring just 27 seconds into the game for Eden Prairie. Jack Jensen scored 20 goals last year, the leading returning scorer on this team. And it'll be John Middlestead getting 1 assist. And it comes after just 27 seconds of play in the opening period. So Eagles off to a flying start. Games change lines. Zach Bridges on to take the draw for the Raiders, and Spencer Woodward, number 7, for the Eagles. And now the Raiders back on their heels will shoot it in. Chuck Altier, sophomore forward, plays it in. And the Raiders will set up. Now picked out of there, and here's Preston Fellman, number 2, trying to bring it in front. Out of the corner they come. A centering pass is steered wide. A shot from a sharp angle by Fellman goes through all the way to the far side, and now the puck goes over the wall, out of play. Second assist has been added to Luke Middlestead. So 27 seconds into the game, Jensen from John Middlestead and Luke Middlestead. The Raiders deemed responsible for the stoppage, so the faceoff comes outside. 54 seconds gone in the first period. Eagles get possession. Sam Pajor, number 3, plays it ahead. Raiders will break that up and flip the puck past Pajor back deep into the Eden Prairie zone to the left. Rink wides to the far side. That's Max Argetsinger, number 2. Now Padgett up the middle. Gains the blue line, leaves a drop, looking for a late arriver, and a shot goes wide of the goal by Sam Wilhite, number 17. And the Eagles showing their stuff here in the early going. Puck to the left edge. And now the Raiders will pick it up, and out they come. Towards the near side, Pedro is able to turn it back at the red line, and then the rink wide it in and head for the bench as Eden Prairie will change all 5. Long pass, and here come the Raiders. This is Mike Walsh trying to step through center, and he was detained. And now the Raiders get possession with Robbie Klein, number 16, backhands it in. And it'll go back behind the Eden Prairie goal. After it there is 27, Luke Middlestead. Pass up the middle is turned back, and now the Raiders need to tag up, and they don't. Touching the puck early was Mike Walsh before he left the zone, so it's an offside, and the faceoff coming outside. 2 minutes gone in the first period. Eagles have the lead by 1-0. And John Middlestead will face off against Gleason. Well, no, he won't either, because now he's been dismissed from the faceoff, and it'll be Jack Jensen who has the goal here. Now Langfeld's in the left corner for Eden Prairie, having trouble with it. And now a rink-wide pass comes out to center, and chasing it down is Ryan Moorman, number 4, tipping it back out to center. John Middlestead drops it back into the zone. Langfeld's rink-wides, and Eden Prairie comes to center. Carrying on with it is John Middlestead over the line. Tries to split 2, brings the puck to the near wall, throws to the left edge. Jensen steered it behind the goal, and now picks it up in the left corner. Jensen, little saucer pass to the right side, hops everybody's stick, And now the Raiders will break down the near wing. Falling there is Gleason, but he gets back up and brings it in over the line. Then he takes a hard hit in the left corner. Puck out to the left point and now played back behind the goal where Gleason will go after it and he'll come up with it. Feeds it to Mormon and then back down behind the goal as the Raiders will try to cycle out of there with it. Here's Malash, number 14. Bouncing puck comes to the left point and it's shot through all the way to the near side. We get a whistle. And we have our first penalty of the game. It's an elbowing call coming at the 3:05 mark of the first period. And they're going to take a face-off back in the Cretin zone, so it's against the Raiders. And heading to the penalty box is Zach Bridges. At 3:05 of the first period, Eden Prairie has the game's first power play. Leading 1-0. Pajor at the left point, feeds over to the right. He's paired there with Langfels. Back to Pajor in the high slot. Here's a shot from the near wing. Deflected over the top of the goal by Magnuson. And now it's cleared back into the Eden Prairie zone. Chasing after it there is Drew Holt, number 8. He'll ring the net with a full head of steam, and out he comes the right side. Holt at center. Over the line, keeps the puck, goes in and shoots. It's deflected. And it comes to the near side wall where it's picked up by Theo Hoppy, and he clears down the near wing. And there's a stiff shot there as Gleason tried to cut to the middle, and Garrett Smith ended his story at the front door. And now the Eagles have possession in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. Looking to set up, bouncing puck. Here's a shot and a snare out of the air by George Maguire as the shot taken by Will Height. We'll get a face-off in the Raiders zone. 13:09 to go in the first, 1:15 remaining in the Eagles power play. And they lead it 1-0. John Middlestad out for the second part of this power play. The face-off against Malash, number 14. And the puck comes in front of the Cretin goal. It's tipped out to center by Malash, and now Eagles will regroup. Luke Middlestad for John in the middle. Over the line he comes to the half wall before he peels off, and now back to Luke Middlestad, works towards center point, back to John, top of the left circle beside the goal. Eagles work in front. Here's a shot once, twice by Jensen, and the save made. Puck comes off to the left boards. Maguire had the answer both times there as the puck is shot back into the Eden Prairie zone, and Rudrud will chase it down. 40 seconds of power play time remaining for the Eagles, and here he comes through center. Rudrud over the line, tries to split the defense, and they closed him off. Puck goes to the right corner as Rudrud falls in a heap in front of the Cretin-Derham Hall goal. Now the puck coming out to center, and we're going to get a penalty on Eden Prairie, and it's going to be on John Middlestad, I believe, as he hooked Gleason to the ice. They called holding. And we'll see who they have adjudged to be guilty. It's actually going to be Spencer Rudrud, number 7. So that's going to mean 4 aside for 23 seconds. 4:43 the time of the penalty here in the first period, and then there'll be 1:37 worth of power play for the Raiders. Trail 1-0. Eden Prairie gets the puck. Clayton Schultz rink-wise it. Now in the right corner of the Raiders zone. It's a 4-car pile up there against the wall. And now the puck comes free on the wing boards, and a shot by Garrett Smith goes wide. Now Raiders are on the power play, and we're going to get an immediate whistle and a stoppage of the faceoff coming in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone to the right of goaltender George Maguire. They've got 1:35 of power play to work with, and they trail 1-0. Raiders 9 seniors on this team, but boy, they have had some real firepower come back. Nick Davison, number 9, junior, not playing tonight with a lower body injury. He scored 30 points last year as a sophomore. So they have a lot of returning firepower on this Raiders team. Let's see what they can do on this power play. And here they come, 3 wide. Puck played down deep by Malash. Out to the near wing boards. Magnuson feeds the circle. Gleason beside the goal. Centering pass is deflected over the glass and out of play. Had to set up that little backdoor play there as Ryan Moorman was cutting in from his position on the point to try to steer that shot home on an overload play, and we'll get a face-off in the Eden Prairie zone to the left of Bullis. Middlestead and Gleason on the face-off. It's in skates. Cleared towards the right point. It's going to be held in. Here's a chance for the Raiders. Weaving in, backhanded shot. They score! Magnuson, and that's a super play by Danny Magnuson, the junior defenseman, scores a power play goal at 5 minutes and 45 seconds of the first period to put them back on terms, and what an individual effort there. It's going to be an unassisted goal for Magnuson. Picked up the puck at the right point, stick handled in, went to his forehand, his backhand, and then wound up beating the goaltender Bullis to the far side of the net, and we're tied at 1. The Raiders back on level terms, and here's Dooley feeding the puck over to the left side and getting it back. Now Pajor for Eden Prairie flips the puck to center ice, kicked ahead, and now here's a chance. But there adroitly to play defense was Dooley. He can't clear it out though, and the Eagles center it. A bouncing puck goes wide of Maguire's goal to the left. They're announcing the goal. And they've given an assist to Gleason on that goal. And they shouldn't have, but they did. And now here comes Cretin. Here's a 2-on-1 if they can stay on side over the line. A screen shot, loose in front, rebound is steered wide of the goal. On a shot by Robbie Klein. And we get a whistle. And they have a Raiders player dumped behind the goal. And we have a cross-checking penalty coming against Max Argetsinger for Eden Prairie. Cross-checking penalty coming at the 6:30 mark of the first period. And Cretin-Derham Hall goes right back on the power play. They are 1 for 1 so far. And a face-off coming to the left of Ben Bullis. And that'll bring Gleason back out. And the Raiders will set up. Here's a shot that is deflected over the glass and out of play off the stick of Mormon. And Max Argetsinger, another of the seniors. There are 12 of them on this Eden Prairie team, which won 11 games a year ago. Finished 11-15-1 and lost in the first round of the playoffs to Chaska. But then graduated 5 out of their top 8 scorers from last year. Clean face-off win for the Raiders. Mormon plays it down. Here's Malash in the left corner. Magnuson plays it down, and here's Gleason along the near half wall. Magnuson high on the slot, back over to the right side. Gleason goes beside the goal looking for a centering pass, and a shot close in by Zach Bridges is turned away. Gleason in the circle beside the goal, looking to flip a little backhanded centering pass. There was Grayson Malash, and the puck now comes back into the Cretin zone. And they'll chase back. 7 minutes gone in the first period on a 1-1 tie. They have 1:20 of power play left. Bridges plays it around on the left side. It's a bouncing puck, but Mormon to steer it back around on the right side. Eden Prairie finishing a change of penalty killers. And again, an aggressive forecheck on the short-handed unit here. Now here comes Gleason over the line. He takes a shot, a save, a rebound, and a save. And Bullis with a good opportunity there to show his stuff. The goaltender for Eden Prairie standing tall and making 2 saves. And this has been a good power play for the Raiders so far. They've done everything but put it in the net. Now a pass up the high slot. Here's Mormon with it. Shoots through a screen. A save made by Bullis. And the puck is cleared back into the Raiders zone. 35 seconds of power play remaining, and it's Thelman behind the goal. It's off the right side. Flips it ahead, and here's Mike Walsh. Pass to the left. And over the line. Thelman with a full head of steam in the circle. Had it knocked away by the back-checking A.J. Horton. And the puck is cleared all the way back into the Cretin zone. And that will just about do it for the power play. 15 seconds remaining on the Raiders power play. And now here they come. Walsh. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry over the line. Walsh centers it. There's a shot, and Bullis six that one off to the near side wall. 3 seconds to go on the power play. Thelman at the right point. Can't see the net. Plays it behind the goal. They're looking for a carom off the end wall. And it's Hoppy trying to clear it ahead. And now the puck comes out to center. Thelman back with it for the Raiders. Plays it into the zone. and trying to slip through 2 checkers is Altier, and it comes right on the goaltender. Loose puck, and the rebound is steered away. And that was lucky for the Eagles there as Batchelder is able to get the puck to center. Sam Pager over the line in the circle. He takes a shot, and Maguire takes it in the midsection to get a stoppage with 8:05 left in the first period of play. Up and down stuff here from Highland Arena. We're tied at 1. Midway through period number 1. Opening game for both of these teams. We'll look at the schedules upcoming. Eden Prairie has got some high-powered opposition coming up. And from the face-off, it's played back into the left corner of the Cretin zone. It's Dooley down on the far boards. And Eden Prairie will regroup. Langfelds, one of the captains on this team. Rink-wide pass to the right. And it's picked up by Jensen, who has their goal over the line, looking for Middlestead on the left. It goes wide of the goal. And John Middlestead on his backhand feeds the puck to the left side. Here's Langfelds across to the right. And a shot wide of the goal by Luke Middlestead, his defense partner. Now a centering pass. Oh, loose in front. And the Raiders able to clear to the right side. Luke Middlestead on the half wall feeds it down. We're going to get another penalty coming here. And now the play is whistled down, and we have a roughing call coming at the 9:38 mark of the first period. And the penalty is going to go against Luke Middlestead. So 3 power plays in the first period for the Raiders. And they will have a chance to snap this tie. 1-1 the score, 7:22 left in the opening session. And plenty of man advantage ice time for the Raiders after they took the first penalty of the game. They've been the beneficiary of the next 3. And the linesman is down. And that hurt. I believe he got hit with a stick. He's up, and I think he's okay, but boy, that had to hurt. Puck cleared back into the Raiders zone. And it's Walsh, Chris Walsh. One of 2 brothers on this team. Mike is the other. And over the line for the Raiders, Robbie Klein. There's a shot as they got the puck over to the other edge of the crease, and Walsh had a close-in opportunity. Bullis made the save on him. Good chances here for the Raiders. Swinging around behind the net and trying to stuff it in at the left post. Loose puck, and that's Walsh. Chris Walsh coming close, and now we have pushes and shoves exchanged in front of goaltender Ben Bullis. So this is good stuff from Cretin-Derham Hall. And I think we're going to get anybody taken off here. We are going to get a penalty on the Raiders for cross-checking. It's going to be on Robbie Klein. And that's the only penalty we're going to see. It comes at 10 minutes and 27 seconds. It'll wipe out the power play. So we'll play 4 aside for 1:11, and then Eden Prairie will have a power play for 49 seconds, barring any further infractions. 1-1 the score. And Gleason is rubbed out along the boards by Pajor, but carrying on is Mormon. And he lost possession. Here comes John Middlestead around the boards to the right side. Pass to the left, Jensen. A little bit too far for him as Middlestead is dumped in against the wall on the far side of the rink. Now a flip pass will come all the way back into the Eden Prairie zone to the left. That's icing on the Raiders, so we'll have a face-off back in their zone to the left of goaltender George Maguire. 6:09 to go in the first period. 48 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4 situation. And some open ice for these players as well. Will Height will take the face-off for Eden Prairie against Mike Walsh. And Walsh has been dismissed. Check that. That was Gleason. He was tossed out of the face-off, and his place taken by Grayson Malash. Puck over to the left wall. Malash has it on his backhand, and here he comes. He will shoot it in rink wide to the near side. Gleason will chase after, but the carom goes away from him, and Malash will have to go back for it himself. Now the puck played to the left point, and it's held in there by Mormon. And now comes to the slot area, and it's picked up and circled around by Argetsinger over to the far side. Here come the Eagles. Wilhite gets broken up at the blue line. Eden Prairie's caught on a change, and here comes Gleason over the line. One hands one across the crease, and it's picked off by Wilhite. Now he comes to center. Here's Wilhite on his backhand, feeds it over, and here's Langfels trying to split the defense. Does. It comes onto the goaltender, and Maguire gets a stoppage. 3 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4, and then Eden Prairie will have a short power play. We still have 5:25 left in the first period. A 1-1 game. Opening night here. Highland Arena. Both these teams playing their first games of the season. And now from the face-off, 3-2-1, Eden Prairie power play, their second of the first period. And they have the puck at center ice. Luke Middlestead. And now Jensen. And he will wind it up. Ran off his stick and he comes back for it. Jensen leaves a drop pass. And carrying on to the left side is Rudrud, number 7. Rink wide pass to the far side. And the Eagles will set up their power play. John Middlestead plays it down low. Jensen now to Luke Middlestead. Here's a one-timer, and boy, I don't think Maguire ever saw that one. And the puck comes out to center. Shot missed the net and caromed all the way out. And Luke Middlestead will play it in for the Eagles. 9 seconds of power play time remaining for them. And now falling in against the boards there was Aiden Dooley. Puck out to center, and that'll do it for the power play. But here come the Eagles back in. A pass too far for Batchelder. He has to chase it down in the right corner against Mormon. Puck comes up the slot. And a nice play there defensively by Cretin's Theo Hoppy. Plays it out to center. Here's a race for it. And Malash goes after it. And he is having a hard time there, beating A.J. Horton to the puck. Comes to the near wall. And John Middlestead will play it over to the far side. And now here come the Eagles again. Batchelder on his right tries to cut in, and a hip check there will knock him off his stroke just long enough. Now a shot from the right point deflects and goes to the far wall. The Eagles now lose possession, and here come the Raiders back again down the far side. And ridden off there was Gleason. Puck played ahead, and it's tipped in by Lilliard, and neatly done right on the red line to avoid an icing call. Under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Eagles have possession down on the goal line extended, and there's a stiff shot thrown. It's going to be a penalty as Lilliard was sent crashing to the deck with 3:34 to go, and it's going to be an interference penalty. He didn't have the puck, and as such, it'll be a power play for Eden Prairie. And heading to the penalty box is Matt Gleason. Interference. And the time of the penalty is 13:26. 1-1 the score, and each team has had 3 power plays in the first period of this game. Remind you that Plums and J.R. Max are proud sponsors of Cretin-Derham Hall Hockey. They are the closest restaurants to the rink, and they have team specials if you call ahead. And tonight might be the night you want to do that. Face-off coming up to the right of the goaltender, George Maguire. And now Rudrud feeds over to the right side. Luke Middlestead to John Middlestead. They're getting lots of ice time. Here's Luke at the center point area. Feeds Rudrud in the circle, in the slot, and a bouncing puck is stolen away. Here come the Raiders to center. They flip it ahead, and Bridges will chase after. They'll get there first in the left corner of the Eden Prairie zone, but then lost possession. They managed to kill off a few seconds here. We're down to 3 minutes to play in the first period. Luke Middlestead up the middle for Eden Prairie. Leaves a pass to the right. Rudrud over the line. Comes to the far wall. Now John Middlestead along the half wall. Eagles behind the net still has possession of the puck. Tried to feed Rudrud at the left point. Did. He's on the half wall. Centering pass comes to the right side. Here's Luke Middlestead taking a shot, and it was deflected just wide of Maguire's goal and behind. In the far wards, John Middlestead over to Luke at the right point. He closes to the middle, takes a shot, saved by Maguire. Rebound chance, and what a stop by Maguire. Well, that's a senior goaltender for you. Nicely done. Here's a shot from the near circle taken by Carter Batchelder that's stopped as well. 43 seconds in the power play. And the Eagles buzzing here, but not able to score so far on this power play as a centering pass is tipped by Batchelder over the glass and out of play. And that'll cost Eden Prairie a face-off outside with 2:10 to go in the first and 37 seconds in their power play. Good stuff here, lots of skill on display. Garrett Smith on for the face-off for Eden Prairie. The face-off against Grayson Malash. Pajor feeds over to the far side for Langfelds. Langfelds picks his way through, comes to the right side and feeds Wilhite. 35 seconds of power play time remaining. Pajor high in the slot with it. Feeds over to the right. Now a centering pass to try to find Wilhite in front and can't. Now here's Pajor high in the slot. Comes to the near side. Gets it back on a return pass. And now the Raiders get it and clear. 10 seconds remaining in Eden Prairie's power play into the last 2 minutes of play here in the first period of a 1-1 tie. Pajor will start up. And Raiders have killed off this penalty. Puck comes to the near side and Langfeld shoots on a save by Maguire. Right in the midsection with 1:31 to play in period number 1. Jensen for Eden Prairie, Magnuson for Cretin-Derham Hall. Jensen's goal coming 27 seconds into the contest. Face off to the right of George Maguire. And the Raiders' goal. Eden Prairie gets possession. Batchelder with a shot, and that never got through. Raiders get possession and try to pick their way through as they have just come back to full strength. 1:20 to go in the period. Over to the left side, Pajor. The defenseman clears it ahead. And now the Raiders will swing through center. And it's Jensen unable to play the puck past the goal scorer for Cretin, Danny Magnuson. Comes to the right corner. And now the Raiders will break out with a full head of steam. Here comes Gleason with half a step. He cuts in, and the puck comes all the way through. And an Eden Prairie player, Argetsinger, winds up in the goal. But what an aggressive play by Gleason to get that puck to his backhand and drag it back across so he could wind up taking a forehand shot. And the puck ran off his stick, but really the Eden Prairie player, Argetsinger, winds up in the net, and that's preferable for the Eagles to the alternative, which would have been the puck. Face-off coming up on the left of the Eden Prairie zone. 57 seconds to go in the first period, and Zach Bridges will take the face-off against Rudrud. Eagles get possession and bank it off the glass. It comes to center. Chasing after it is Mormon in the right corner, and it's icing against Eden Prairie. As he and Garrett Smith race down the ice for it, and that burned 8 seconds of the remaining time in the first period. 1-1. Our score. And now Cretin's Bridges has been dismissed from the face-off. It'll be Altier, sophomore, to come in and take it for the Raiders. Lost the draw, and it's Langfelds. Got to run off his stick in front of his goal. 40 seconds to go. Feeds the left side. It got Hop Smith's stick and comes to the right. The Eden Prairie zone, or the Cretin-Derham Hall zone, excuse me. Mormon overran it. Puck comes to the right point. Luke Middlestead through traffic shoots, and Maguire made a save. It ran up his arm and rolled over the top of the goal. With under 30 seconds to go, comes to the right edge of his goal, and we get a whistle. The puck is underneath him as Rudrud tried to drag the puck across the slot area to get a shot. He was unable to direct it where he wanted it to go. The goaltender made the stop. 22.9 remaining in the first period of play. Face-off. Langfelds takes a shot that's blocked, and a little flip clear comes back to the Eden Prairie line. It's turned back quickly. Here they come. This is Jensen centering it, and a deflection by Batchelder just goes wide. 10 seconds to go in the period. Penalty coming on the Raiders, and that came as Batchelder was dumped as he tried to bring the puck up the left wing boards as Eden Prairie looks at it. Heading to the penalty box is Theo Hoppe with 7 seconds to go in the period. 16:52 is the official time of this penalty. And Eden Prairie is about to go on its 4th power play. 7 seconds to go. Rudrud. Pass over to the right side to Luke Middlestead with 2-1, and that is the end of our first period. Our score after 1 is Eden Prairie 1, Cretin-Derham Hall 1. And a fine period it was. However, a little penalty happy. 7 minor penalties assessed in the period, 4 of them to the Raiders. Getting the recounting of the penalties, but our first period is over, and the Eden Prairie coaches are discussing with the officials one of the penalties. I believe it's the cross-checking penalty on Argetsinger. We played 1, and our goals, Jack Jensen for Eden Prairie, 27 seconds into the contest, and then a power play goal by Danny Magnuson at the 5:45 mark, assisted by Gleason. Tripping was the infraction on Hoppe, and that's where we stand after the first period. 1-1 is our score. And we remind you, before we go to the intermission break, Plums and J.R. Max are proud sponsors of Cretin-Derham Hall Hockey. They're the closest restaurants to the rink and have team specials if you call ahead. Through 1 here on Youth Hockey Hub tonight, and our score is Eden Prairie 1, Cretin-Derham Hall 1. Take a break and come back with our second period. Back at Highland Arena, Charles M. Schultz. Highland Arena as we get ready for the second period. Cretin-Derham Hall and Eden Prairie tied at 1 apiece. Jeff Pappas with you with a call tonight. Shots on goal in that first period favored the Eagles 14-9. They have 1 minute and 53 seconds of power play as the second period begins. That is the time that Theo Hoppe has remaining in his penalty for tripping, which was assessed at 16:52 of the first period. Team's change ends. Raiders will work from right to left as we call the action for you. Jack Jensen for Eden Prairie. Danny Magnuson for the Raiders are your goal scorers. Magnuson's goal came on a power play. Cretin-Derham Hall 1 for 3 on the power play in the first period. Eden Prairie is 0 for 3 and on their fourth right now. So kind of a rough period in terms of whistles. 7 minor penalties issued in the first period. It's a active night, of course. Opening night is always plenty of energy for both of these teams, so some of that's to be expected. Puck is down, second period is underway, and it's Luke Middlestead in control for the Eagles. Pass to the right side for John. A little bit too far. He goes after it, though, comes in front, and a shot. They actually never did get a shot off. Puck comes back behind the goal. John Middlestead then rubbed out against the boards. Big wide pass, Rudrud at the left point. Luke Middlestead high in the slot. John Middlestead works to the slot. Shot, blocked, and cleared. Nice work there by Matt Gleason, the up front penalty killer. Made that all happen himself. Just over a minute remaining in the latest Eagles power play. Luke Middlestead to Rudrud over the line. He'll take it deep. Rudrud behind the goal, comes out the right side, centers it. And Eagles looking for an opportunity to reverse play. Puck comes in front as Jensen is unable to get a shot away. Luke Middlestead at the right point, works to his left. He's harassed there. Puck comes to the near side. John Middlestead tries to throw it all the way through. Rudrud on the left. Luke Middlestead high in the slot. He takes a shot, and it didn't get through. Comes to Rudrud along the left boards. Now Luke Middlestead at the left point. John Middlestead. And his pass for Luke is behind him. Comes out to center, and he has to circle back for it. Eden Prairie has to clear the zone. Pass comes in on the left. Jensen is offside. And now the puck never did get out of the zone. It was picked up by the Eagles. Here's a shot off the crossbar, and the rebound comes down and hit the goaltender in the back, and the faceoff is going to come outside. Well, that was quite a sequence. As Batchelder came in front, took the shot, and it wound up going off Maguire, off the goalpost, off the goaltender's back, and rolled wide. I'm surprised that play wasn't blown down, frankly, because Eden Prairie never did clear the zone. And Raiders were trying to clear it with an Eden Prairie player in the zone, Batchelder, who took possession. 24 seconds to play. Faceoff comes outside. And it's back into the Raiders zone. No change in the scoring, no harm done. There's a shot all the way down the ice, and going after it is Pajor for the Eagles. 13 seconds of power play, time for one more rush. Pajor at the red, at the blue, shoots it in. Comes around to the left side, and after it for the Raiders there is Magnuson, and he clears it all the way ahead. He'll come all the way down the ice. And they wave off icing, and now Langfels gets a rough ride in against the boards as the Raiders have killed off their fourth shorthanded situation of the game. Here's Holt spinning through center. And it goes over the line. The defender falls. Holt shoots in. His goaltender bailed him out. Boy, a nice stop by Maguire there. And George Maguire has been acrobatic at times in goal since allowing the only goal against him 27 seconds into the game. But well, you need your goaltender sometimes to come up big for you, and that was one case, and he certainly did. Face off to his right. Comes off to the far boards. There's a hit thrown by Moorman in the right corner, and another one. And the puck is in skates. If the referee decides it's frozen or not, he's telling him to move it. And now puck comes to center, and it's Argetsinger with it for the Eagles. He fanned on a pass out, but they'll pick up a loose puck at the blue line. Will the Eagles? Here's a shot through a screen that never got there as Kai Stansberry, number 20, getting his first shift of the game. Had an opportunity and couldn't get it on goal. Puck cleared ahead, and now here comes Gleason down the wing. Gleason puts that extra move on. He falls, and no penalty. They really just lost his edge. And the puck comes out towards center, and it's picked up there by Moorman. To the near side for Walsh, Chris Walsh that is. Shoots it in. Bullis makes the save, and Pajor takes it behind the goal. Gets it as far as the half wall, and the Raiders now get possession, looking to center. Comes loose at the right edge, and no clear possessor. Now Argetsinger will take it out for Eden Prairie. At the blue line, they're changing. He goes in alone and shoots, and a save by Maguire, who trapped that one against his body and got a stoppage. 13:37 to go in the second period. 3:23 gone in the middle session. 1-1 our score from Charles M. Schultz, Highland Arena. Near Highland Park High School, of course, also the home of the Scots and the St. Paul Capitals youth team. There's lots of hockey played here, of course, all winter long. Clayton Schultz, 16, shoots it in for Eden Prairie. And it's in the Raiders zone to the left. Corner I can't see, so we're going to have to wait and see who comes out with it. There's a high hit. Knocks an Eden Prairie player down, but the Raiders are able to get the puck to center momentarily. Now shot back in. Maguire will cut it off behind the goal from Magnuson. He's around on the far side. And now here comes Cretin-Derham Hall, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Bridges swept wide. Knocked off his stick by A.J. Horton. Comes to the left point. Centering pass comes all the way through off Magnuson's stick to the left corner. Flipped ahead. Here come the Eagles back as Jensen down the wing. He shoots, and a save made by the goaltender Maguire off to the near side. Now Batchelder feeds it over to the left side, and it's Luke Middlestead carrying it in deep. He centers it for John Middlestead, and it was behind him. Now a centering pass is picked up by Thielman, and here come the Raiders to center. And Langfeld's backtracks for Eden Prairie. Pass up the middle, tipped ahead by Jensen, and it's offside on the left, as in too early was Carter Batchelder. Will face off at neutral ice, 12:29 to go in the second period. Gleason's line is on for the Raiders. Will face off against Rudrud. So an opportunity there for Matt Funk to match lines up. And there's a shot and a glove catch by Maguire from the wing boards, and a face-off coming up in the Raiders zone. (1-1) is our score. Face-off coming up in the Raiders zone. Rudrud again on for the face-off against Matt Gleason. Clean win for Rudrud. Here's a shot, and that's deflected. Langfels took the initial shot, and it was steered wide by some stick or other. Comes all the way back into the Eden Prairie zone to the right. And Langfels chasing it around behind the goal. Hotly pursued by Theo Hoppy. Clears out to center. And the Raiders get possession. It's tipped ahead by Chris Walsh. Eagles get possession at the blue line, looking for Rudrud at center. Unable to get it to him. There was Garrett Smith. Now rink-wide pass, Luke Middlestead up the middle. A nice pass to Rudrud, and they come in three wide. Drops to Luke Middlestead, shoots through a screen, save made by the goaltender, comes out in front, and a backhanded chance by Will Height. And that stopped up in the high slot. The puck comes out to center, and chasing after it, Luke Middlestead to the left side. He shoots it in rink-wide. Goes to the left corner, and Chris Walsh goes after it there. Swings it around on the puck to the right side is Eden Prairie. Unable to hold the zone, and now here comes Gleason. Tried to go through the skates of the defender. Did. Right edge. Swings around. Looks to center it. And the puck comes right up the slot. And back into the Cretin-Derham Hall zone to the left. Chris Walsh chasing it back. Nice opportunity there for the talented junior Matt Gleason. Now a heavy hit thrown in against the boards on the near side. Takes Mike Walsh out of the play. Puck in the right corner of the Eden Prairie zone. Eagles back. We've played 6 minutes here of the second period. Here's Holt over the line. Had his stick lifted as he tried to shoot by Jack Nye, number 7. Puck behind the goal. In the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. Magnuson in the left corner. Loses out on the battle to A.J. Horton there. Puck now behind the Raiders goal. And it's picked up by Moorman. He comes down the right wing, plays it ahead to center. And now Cretin-Derham Hall will break in. Nye feeds it over to the left side, looking for Mike Walsh, and can't connect with him. Behind the goal, Cretin-Derham Hall getting some possession, some zone time, but only a little bit. as the puck comes out, and here's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Pass down the wing, and a save made by Maguire on Carter Batchelder. Nice play. There's a shot and another stop by Maguire off Horton's stick, and the puck comes all the way back into the Eden Prairie zone, and Cretin-Derham Hall will get an icing and like it there as a couple of good chances for Eden Prairie on that last shift, including a 3-on-1. Batchelder carried the puck down the far wing and just opted to put it on goal. Never a bad play, certainly. And the goaltender Maguire had the answer. Face-off in the Raiders zone to the right of George Maguire. 10-10 to go, second period, 1-1 is the score. Now puck rolls, and it's picked up by Luke Middlestead. Working to the right circle. Centers for John Middlestead on a post-to-post stop by Maguire. Started from the right post, anticipated the pass, got to the left post, and made the save look simple. And a face-off coming up in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. Eden Prairie does not look like a team that won 11 games last year. They have controlled large stretches of play here on road ice tonight. For Batchelder behind the goal, and he's got it in the right corner. He looks to center, now comes out in front and elected to stop and reverse play, but the goaltender hugged the right post, Maguire, and he made the stop. 9:53 left in the second period. The only thing that this rink doesn't have is a shot board. And really, really nice atmosphere here at Highland Arena. Face-off controlled in the right corner by the Raiders and cleared around on the near side. And they get it to the blue line, and Rudrud will turn and golf it right back to the blue line. Now a pass and a partial break for the Raiders. Here's Bridges going in. He shoots, and a save made, and a big one by Bullis. A shot from the wing boards comes all the way through to the near side, and a good opportunity there for the Raiders to snap the stalemate. And here comes Eden Prairie over the line. Garrett Smith is forced wide, carrying on, and a shot by Will Height is stopped. Puck comes to the far side wall, and the Raiders having some trouble here. Here's a shot and a stop by the goaltender on Will Height. And the puck cleared past Langfells. It comes all the way back, and boy, this has been a real good stretch of 4 or 5 minutes for Eden Prairie. But the Raiders goaltender George Maguire has had all the answers so far, and it's now played back into the Raiders zone deep. Will Wiegman, number 24, plays it up the middle for Gleason, who is forced back. It's an aggressive forecheck as they'll bring that second man in on the puck carrier. Now the puck comes out, and it's John Middlestead, ridden off by Gleason. Carrying on is Malash over the line. Try to toe drag. Puck comes over to the right boards, and it's golfed high off the wall and back into the Raiders zone to the left. Will it be icing? Yes, it will. And the Eden Prairie faithful don't care for that, but it's an icing call. It'll come all the way back in the Eden Prairie zone to the right of Ben Bullis for the faceoff. Coming up on the halfway mark of our game in regulation. 8:42 left in the second period of a 1-1 tie. It's been a well-played game. Opening night. Face-off coming up to Bullis' right. And the Raiders get a clean face-off win. Magnuson at the left point shoots, and how did Bullis see that one through traffic? That was headed for the top left corner, but Bullis had the answer there. Magnuson denied his second goal by the catching glove of goaltender Ben Bullis. Gleason on the face-off against John Middlestead, who's been kicked out, and now Jensen will come in to draw. Magnuson again on a clean face-off win, shoots. It was deflected, and I believe it was Gleason getting his stick on that into the netting, and they're going to say it was last touched by an Eden Prairie stick, so a face-off will remain in the Eagles zone. 8:31 left in the second period. Cretin being coached for the first time by Matt Funk. Last year, the coach at St. Paul Academy, assisted by Brian Murphy, also came in. He was the coach at Totino Grace last year. And Charlie Basco, the longtime co-coach of the Raiders, is listed as an associate head coach along with Brian Murphy on the roster. Plenty of experience behind that Cretin-Derham Hall bench. That's Horton behind the goal. Eden Prairie on the faceoff. The left corner, now it's flipped to center, knocked out of the air with a high stick. But carrying on is Will Height. He centers it, and it comes all the way up the slot. It's picked up by Bridges, and now 2-on-2 for Cretin back the other way. Bridges down the far wing. He'll take it to the right corner, and then he's ridden off by Clayton Schultz. Puck to the far boards, and Garrett Smith will flip it high, and it goes off. I believe it went off Raider defender and went out of play. We'll see where they take this face-off. Eagles will change. And the face-off will come in the Eden Prairie zone to the left of Bullis. 8:05 left in the second period. And again, it'll be Matt Gleason on for the draw. He and John Middlestead have had quite a battle here. Puck to the right point. Magnuson had his shot blocked. Check that, Moorman, and now here come the Eagles down the far wing. Billiard is taken in against the boards hard. Carrying on there is Austin Krebsbach, number 5. And now Middlestead crashes in. He's still on the ice with 2 less experienced wingers, and there's a shot that goes into the netting and out of play. Last touch might have been knocked out of play by Maguire because they're calling the faceoff in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. 7:45 left in period number 2 of a 1-1 tie. Any high school hockey rink that plays organ music is okay by me. What we're getting from the PA bench. Now from the face-off, it's behind the Raiders' goal and cleared up the near wing. It's Malash playing it ahead. Bouncing puck. And John Middlestead plays it over. Batchelder. And now player falls at the blue line as Theo Hoppe helped. Puck comes to the right side in the Eden Prairie zone, and the Eagles regroup. And they'll play catch between the blue lines with it. And now here's Gleason going after it in the right corner of the Eden Prairie zone. Centers, nobody home. And now there's a big shoulder hit thrown by Hoppe, and he knocked Argetsinger flat. Puck comes out, and here comes Eden Prairie back. Down the near wing, Jensen going in. He centers, and it comes all the way through to the far side boards, and John Middlestead unable to hook up with that centering pass. And now here they come again. John Middlestead hits the crossbar, comes down, and the puck comes to the left side. John Middlestead, a metallurgy save there, will save Cretin-Derham Hall from falling behind. Here's Argetsinger at the right point, flattens it, shoots, it's deflected, and it goes wide of the goal off the stick of John Middlestead. 6:45 left in the second period. And the Eagles buzzing once again. Now the puck comes to the right side. Jensen one-hands it across the crease, and it comes through to the right side. Here come the Raiders back. They get a change of lines that they need. Here's Batchelder. They have all the momentum now. Here comes Holt over the line with a full head of steam to the left side. A centering pass, and it comes wide as Krebsbach unable to put it on goal. Now the puck bouncing out to center, and it's Luke Middlestead with it. Loose in the center circle. Raiders looking to spring somebody down the left side, and they bring the puck in, and unable to keep his skate on side was Jack Nye as they play dies at the Eden Prairie blue line with 6:13 left in the second period. 1-1 the score, and Eden Prairie has had some real good chances here in this period. They've had a good second period, just been unable to find a way home. From the face-off, the Eagles get possession. Luke Middlestead passes up the middle, and here they come. This is Rudrud going on a breakaway. He shoots, and a save. They score! Rudrud on a breakaway makes it 2-1 for Eden Prairie. And that really is a goal that their play deserved. Rudrud gets in and scores his first goal at 10:55 of the second period. We'll see if the Raiders are able to answer back here. 2-1. Eden Prairie goes on top. Played into the Eden Prairie zone. Luke Middlestead behind the goal. Plays it up the near wing, and they're able to break out through center. Pass over to the left side. Rudrud, who has the go-ahead goal. Tried to sweep it in front, and he lost possession. Here's Bridges back for the Raiders. Bridges down the far wing. Luke Middlestead steers him wide. Now feeds the puck to Thelman. Now we get the announcement of the goal. Luke Middlestead. There's a shot through traffic by Magnuson. Middlestead and Langfells get assists. That would be Luke Middlestead and Langfells. At 10:55, and we have a icing call. Puck will come back in the Eden Prairie zone. 5:19 left in the second period. Eagles on top, 2-1. Go-ahead goal by Spencer Rudrud. Now both centermen, I think, are being asked to leave the circle. And now puck banked ahead, and it's kicked ahead by Mormon. Now here comes Gleason to the slot. He shoots, and that going up high on the goaltender as Bullis made the stop. Took that one high off his blocker. Here's Gleason again. Toe drag to his backhand, and is unable to pull it back to get the shot away. And now here come the Eagles down the far side. This is John Middlestead to Jensen. He leaves a drop for the late arriver, and a nice play there by Gleason to break up that drop pass. Would have been a good scoring opportunity. Puck comes to the left boards, and now out to center. Here's a Cretin player playing it right off the bench, and a shot saved by Bullis off to the right boards, and that was Magnuson that took it. Here comes Holt with a full head of steam. He shoots. Maguire saves, and the rebound is cleared by Magnuson to the near boards. Back behind the net, Danny Magnuson, who has the Raiders' goal tonight. Play to the left side, and now Nye goes down in a heap on a big body check. And starting to open up a little bit physically here as Jacob Lilliard centers. It comes through to the far side. It's picked up by Magnuson. Passes it ahead for Nye. Over the line he comes. He leaves a drop pass. And playing it down is Robbie Klein. But they lose possession, and back comes Holt for Eden Prairie over the line, and they're offside. As in too early was Jacob Lilliard on the left. Face off at neutral with 3:55 left in period number 2. Spencer Rudrud has the go-ahead goal for the Eagles. Scored just a couple of minutes ago. And he's out there now for this face-off. A draw against Bridges. Rudrud wins the draw, and Eden Prairie's been good on those tonight. Pager steps through the defense at the blue line, winds, fires, blocked at the defense. And a backhanded clear will come back out to center, and Argetsinger will swing to his forehand and shoot it in wide of the Raiders' goal to the right. Dooley lost possession. Now behind the goal, Wilhite looking to center it. Picked off, and here come the Raiders back. A pass up the middle, just a hair too far for Chuck Altier. And the Eagles come back. Rudrud over the line, into the circle. He shoots, and that goes off the defenseman and wide. Aiden Dooley goes behind the net, swings it around to the far side boards. Argetsinger played it ahead, and now the puck goes over the glass and out of play. We'll get a face-off with 3:10 left in the second period. Face-off coming up in the Raiders' zone to the right of George Maguire, who has been pretty good tonight. Eden Prairie has stormed the net here in the second period, and the goaltender Maguire has kept his team in the game. Puck down, and now here's Luke Middlestead. Can't see the net, plays to the near corner. Plays from both teams in there. Now a centering pass from the wing boards. Goes all the way through by Batchelder, who's had an effective game as well, even though he hasn't scored. Batchelder shoots, and a save made by Maguire. He just spread his pads out and hoped that it hit, and it did. And a save made by the senior goaltender. Face off in the Raiders zone. 2:52 left in the second period, and Eden Prairie holds that 2-1 lead. Play behind the Raiders goal. Chris Walsh swings it around on the near side, and it comes out to center. Here comes Gleason with a player on his right. Gleason tried to scoot it past Jensen. Puck comes deep into the Eden Prairie zone behind the net. And cleared to the left wall. Jensen lays it ahead. John Middlestead down the far wing. Poke checked off his stick, carrying on Jensen, but he's got a man trapped offside. And now swinging at center ice and shooting it in as he was harassed there by Hoppy behind the goal. 2:25 to go in the period. This is Mormon along the far boards. Can't get it out of there. And puck played to the left point. It's held in by Langfells. Played down behind the Raiders goal. Comes out the near side. 2:10 left in the period. Play in the left corner of the Cretin zone. Seems like it's been in the Raiders zone for most of the second period. John Middlestead behind the net. Centers it, and fanning on it there was Batchelder. And another good shift for the Eagles here Comes to the right edge of the goal, and Maguire sticks it back in behind the net. And see if the Raiders can counterpunch here. Malash goes down, and now the puck is played into the zone. We got a hand pass called, and we're going to take it all the way back in the Raiders zone with a minute 42 left in period number 2. We remind you, Plums and J.R. Max are proud sponsors of Cretin-Derham Hall Hockey. They are the closest restaurants to the rink, and they have team specials if you call ahead. 1:42 left in the second period, a 2-1 lead for Eden Prairie. Puck down, another one face-off for the Eagles. There's a shot, and Maguire made the stop on Wilhite, and then dropped the puck, thought better of it, and then fell on it to get a stoppage. And that took a few seconds off, 1:37 to go in period number 2. Play in the right corner. Raiders will try the near side as they try to break out along the boards, and here they come 2 against 2. Bridges, and he is stood up at the blue line by Wilhite. And now here's the puck at center ice, picked up by Thielman, who goes back in his zone. Feeds over to the right, and the Raiders having a hard time breaking through neutral ice. It's been a very active forecheck for Eden Prairie. Now they're called for icing, though, with a minute 14 to play in the second period. And the Raiders just having trouble finding space. A game of time and space. And Cretin-Derham Hall hasn't had much of it, especially in the second period. But they are one shot away from tying it up. Face off the left of the Eden Prairie goal, and the puck is cleared over to the right side, and the Eagles will break out through center. Over the line, Jensen. To the right side, Middlestead, and he steered it back across to Jensen. And the shot goes wide of the goal. Last minute of play in the period, and here's Grayson Malash playing it ahead to the right. Mormon over the Eden Prairie line, takes it wide, has a man in front, and can't get it to him. He had Grayson Malash in the slot and just unable to get the puck over to him, and now the puck is shot into the rafters for a stoppage. So we're going to face off back in the Eden Prairie zone. Face-off coming up to the left of Ben Bullis. Puck comes out to center, and here's a race for it. Garrett Smith will get there first. Down the wing, looking to center for Wilhite. The goaltender came out to stick that away. Luke Middlestead to the far boards. He shoots. Save made. Loose at the right edge, and Maguire has the answer again with 30 seconds to go. Face-off coming up to the right of the Raiders' goal with 30 seconds to go in the period. Cleared around on the left side, and the Raiders get possession at center. Bridges, he goes down as he is hit by Luke Middlestead. And we have a penalty. With 19 seconds to go in the period, and Luke Middlestead will go. So Cretin will get a power play. It'll be their fourth. Luke Middlestead getting the penalty at 16:41. It's been the only penalty of the second period after 7 in the first. And a power play coming for the Raiders. So Cretin-Derham Hall with an opportunity to climb back into it with their fourth power play, which will commence post-haste. Gleason on the face-off. Comes to the left point, Mormon feeds it over to the right with 13 seconds to go. Magnuson, who has their goal on the power play. Magnuson feeds to the right. Here's a shot that is deflected, never got to the net, and Gleason is unable to hold it in. Puck shot all the way down the ice, and that'll do it for the second period. And our score after 2 periods is Eden Prairie 2, Cretin-Derham Hall 1. Only goal of the second period coming At the 10:55 mark, a breakaway goal for Spencer Rudrud. And that's been it for the scoring in the second period. Interference was the penalty. I'm waiting to see what the shots on goal were before we leave here. I don't think we have those announced as yet. But our score, the score after 2 periods is Eden Prairie 2, Cretin-Derham Hall 1. The Raiders will have a power play for 1 minute and 42 seconds as the third period commences, and we'll have that for you in just a few minutes here on Youth Hockey Hub. back at Highland Arena. Charles M. Schultz Highland Arena, ready for the start of the third period, and it's Eden Prairie leading Cretin-Derham Hall 2-1. But the Raiders have a power play for 1 minute and 42 seconds as the third period gets underway, and they work left to right as we call the third period for you. Jeff Pappas, my name, and I have the pleasure of calling opening night for both of these teams. Raiders 21-4-1 last season. Fell in the section semifinals in Section 6AA to Wayzata. Eden Prairie 11-15-1 last year, but a rebuilding year for them. And they look pretty good, frankly, on the road for the opening game against a team that's proven themselves and has a number of players, key players, back from that team. One player they don't have tonight, though, is Nick Davidson, a 30-point man last year as a sophomore. He is out with a lower body injury here, and we are ready to get the third period going, and now we are underway. Raiders on the power play. They give up the puck right away and surrender an opportunity in front of their goal. Boy, that is a difficult way to start your power play, as Wilhite causing havoc in front of the goal. And now here comes Mormon for the Raiders. Will go back behind his goal. 1:18 left in the power play. Here they come down the near side. It's Bridges over the line. A drop pass back to Bridges on the right side. Centers it. A shot right on, and a save made by Bullis. And that was a good opportunity there for Matt Gleason to get on the score sheet. But he couldn't lift the puck, and Bullis was able to make the save. Gleason, a 28-goal man a year ago as a sophomore. Fast, skilled player. Face-off coming up in the Eden Prairie zone with 1:05 left in the power play. 37 seconds into the third period, and Gleason will face off against Rudrud. Puck down. Comes to the left side. And in the left corner after it is Grayson Malash for the Raiders, and that's a 6-car pile up there, 3 from each team. And they still scrap behind the net. It's a good penalty kill for Eden Prairie so far. Now the Raiders dig it out. A centering pass comes up the slot. Here's Malash in the left circle, across to the right, and a chance for Gleason, and a save by Bullis, who came across. Boy, nicely done there by everyone concerned, especially the goaltender, Bullis, who made the save. Face-off coming up to his left as Raiders generating some better chances now as they hope for a power play goal to get this game tied. Face-off win. Magnuson feeds the near circle. Malash. And losing possession of the puck was Gleason there, but Malash in the left corner goes behind the net, and he ducks under the check from Clayton Schultz. Puck comes to the left point. And with 20 seconds to go on the power play, it gets past Ryan Mormon and comes all the way back in the Raiders zone. He has time for one more power play rush. And here he comes. Mormon passes to the left. Raiders gain the line. And now it's in the right corner. Magnuson after it. And that will kill off the penalty. Eden Prairie is back at full strength. And they're skating 5 aside. It's Batchelder down the near side. And over the line comes John Middlestead, but Batchelder had not cleared the zone, so it's offside. 1 minute, 54 seconds gone in the third period. And it's 2-1. Eagles on top. Holt will face off. And I think the officials are denying that late change. They wanted Holt's line on. Lilliard will have to come off, as will Holt. Middlestead and Batchelder will have to stay on as that late change is denied by the referee. And now they head for the bench, and they'll change anyway. Here's Holt for Eden Prairie, backing into his zone, feeds the puck over to the right side to Angle. Argetsinger. Now Pajor plays it ahead. Turned back by Chris Walsh at the blue line. And it rolls back towards the Eden Prairie blue line. And a Cretin player goes down. Fans wanted an interference call there. The puck shot into the Raiders zone to the left, and Back behind the goal, it's played around by Aiden Dooley to the near side. Pajor rink wides it back into the Raiders zone. And a pass goes through a line change and out to center. Shot back in by Argetsinger to the right of the goal. 14-15 left, and now here's Mike Walsh. They're playing it ahead. Here's a race for it in the Eden Prairie zone, and getting there first, an opportunity for Gleason. Boy, what a good step he's got. Now Gleason steals an outlet pass, fires right on, and a save by Bullis to get a face-off in the Eden Prairie zone. Two good chances there for Gleason in a span of about 15 seconds, and neither one of them winds up in the goal, so the young man's got to keep plugging away. 14:01 left in the third period. And a face-off to the left of Ben Bullis. Face-off win, puck comes to the left point, Mormon shoots, that's blocked. It comes out to center, and it's Magnuson. Banking it off the boards into the Eden Prairie zone. Now back behind the net it goes to the far side, and that's John Middlestead playing it ahead. Kick down, and almost another steal there for Gleason. Long pass up the middle plate, down to the glove by Magnuson. That's a hand pass, and it'll come all the way back in the Raiders zone for a face-off with 13:35 left. So Cretin-Derham Hall looking for that tying goal. They warmed up towards the end of their power play and then had probably their best even strength shift of the game right after it. And the face-off, it's backhanded ahead and out to center. Schultz, rink wides it in. Chasing it down there is Dooley. And lost it. Eagles get possession. A centering pass is deflected as it gets to Rudrud and comes all the way back in the Eden Prairie zone. And chasing back for it there is Clayton Schultz. He's taken in against the boards by Bridges. Raiders get possession. They're unable to find space in front. Puck in the left corner of the Eden Prairie zone is played ahead to the near wall to Garrett Smith, and he can't get out. Now Rudrud. Played it ahead for Smith, and that was stolen away by Bridges, lost in the center circle. And the Raiders will shoot it in. Down the far wing comes Bridges. He'll go behind the goal, comes out the right side, and finishing the check there was A.J. Horton. Puck comes to the near side wall. And now played on out to center. Shot back ahead by Bridges. And here comes Jack Nye with a shot, and a save made there. Puck comes all the way back into the Raiders zone. It was tipped, so no icing. And Robbie Klein back in the left corner, 12:20 to go in the third period. 2-1 the score. Puck in the slot in the Raiders zone, sticked off to the near side boards, and Argetsinger will play it down. Puck into the right corner of the Raiders zone, rung around on the boards to the left side for Jack Nye. He lays it ahead. And over the line come the Raiders. They clear it back behind the goal, and Argetsinger will chase it over to the far wall. Rink wide to the near side, and here comes Lilliord. Leaves a drop pass. Holt, top of the circle, shoots, deflected wide of the goal to the left. Now lost momentarily in the referee's skates. He's got to get out of the way. Puck behind the goal. And a body check thrown there by Argetsinger. He came out on the losing end of it. He made the noise and then fell, and now here come the Raiders back. Klein over the line, goes with backhand. He's bowled over, puck loose. A shot is lifted over the top of the cage by Mike Walsh. There's a good opportunity there. Raiders looking. Here's Walsh again. Playing it down, rings the boards. We have a player going down in front. Interference penalty coming up on Pajor for Eden Prairie. And it'll put the Raiders on a power play with 11:13 left in the third period. It's power play number 5 for them. And Sam Pajor goes for interference. And it comes at 5:47 of period number 3. Power play number 5 for the Raiders, who trail at 2-1. There's a broken stick on the ice back in the Raiders zone that they have to clean up before we'll resume play again. And Matt Gleason's line is out. He will face off against Garrett Smith. Face-off win for the Raiders. Magnuson is the puck to the near circle. Now Gleason on the half wall. Magnuson up the slot. He shoots. Save. Rebound comes up the slot, and getting to it first is Wilhite. He clears it all the way down the ice. And going back for it there, Gleason will ring it around on the far side boards. And a pass to an open wing on the right side will come all the way back in the Eden Prairie zone, and that will be waved off for no icing there. Puck comes to the near side boards, and then it's cleared past Magnuson all the way back into the Raiders' end. 40 seconds of power play gone here in the third period. 10.5 minutes to play in regulation. 2-1 Eden Prairie. Pass down the near wing, and here's Bridges over the line. Bridges goes behind the net, and he is taken out hard against the wall there by Eden Prairie's Schultz. Comes to the right point to Magnuson. Now in the near circle, Malash, and it hopped the stick of Magnuson, and coming out to center for Eden Prairie is Drew Holt down the far wing. Holt shoots, and out to challenge, Maguire makes the save. Puck comes to the near side boards, a shorthanded chance for Eden Prairie, and now here comes Cretin-Derham Hall back. Stepping to the left side, Grayson Malash, 1 against 4 as they're changing the power play unit. 40 seconds remaining in the power play, and the puck is cleared back into the Raiders zone. Tillman plays it ahead. Mike Walsh spins to the left side and then plays it back into the Eden Prairie zone to the right. Argetsinger goes back for it, but Walsh gets there first, and he feeds the left point. Flattening it out to take a shot. It is blocked. Chris Walsh, and that goes into the overhang and out of play. 23 seconds remaining in the power play. 9:35 to play, third period. Eden Prairie holding a 2-1 lead. They outshot the Raiders 17-7 in the second period. Entering the third, they had outshot the Raiders 31-16 in the game. Face off on the left of the Eden Prairie goal, and cleared around to the near side, but not out. Holding it in is Thielman, and he looking to center. And John Middlestead has an arm around him behind the goal. Puck comes to the right side, and back deep for it is Jack Jensen. He'll carry it out for the Eagles as the penalty expires. John Middlestead is knocked down as he tried to drag the puck back to his forehand and cut to the slot. Puck loose on the right side. 9:05 to play. Now in the near corner of the zone. Here's a shot, and that goes off the defense as Langfeld's had an opportunity. Down to 8:50 to play in the third period. And now a big collision there. Players from both teams fall. Loose in front, a backhanded shot, and great stop on Batchelder by George Maguire. Boy, the goaltender alert there, and he made a fine stop to keep this a one-goal game. Halfway mark of the third period, we get a whistle at the 8:31 mark of the third period. And we'll get a face-off outside the Raiders' blue line. And a penalty, 2 penalties here. Face off at neutral ice, and it's going to be Robbie Klein going for Cretin-Derham Hall. Time of the penalties, 8:29. And heading to the box for Eden Prairie, I believe. Well, I can't see, so I don't want to say because I'm not sure. 8:31 left to play, and now it's a coincidental minor, so it does not affect manpower. Smith, rink wides, and it's knocked back deep into the right corner of the zone. Wilhite goes to the boards for the Eagles. And now the Raiders come out down the near wing. This is Gleason with a full head of steam. Lays it across, nobody home. Here's a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Centering pass for Wilhite, bouncing puck. The lone defender who started the play, Dooley, was able to clean it up. Penalty for Eden Prairie was against Jack Jensen. Roughing at the 8:29 mark, and it does not affect manpower. Eden Prairie big and strong on their skates. They've been shoving Cretin players around with a fair bit of impunity here tonight. Puck comes to the right point. Here's a shot and a glove catch by Bullis against Ryan Moorman. I think he had more time than I think he realized. And he took the shot from probably 50 feet out, and Bullis was able to see it all the way into his glove. Face off to his left. 7:33 to go. Bridges on for the draw for the Raiders. Now Mormon will play it down behind the goal. Facing after it is Thelman. And he goes down. Puck bounces out to center, and Mormon goes after it for the Raiders. Backhands it right back into the zone. His teammates tag up, and they'll chase after it. Now Pajor comes out the right side for Eden Prairie. Rink wides it. Here's a 2-on-2 break. With a trailer if they hurry over the line, and now submarining the play, almost literally there, was Chris Walsh in against the boards. Raiders come back. And through center, this is Bridges. He shoots, it goes off Pajor to the boards. And Bridges goes after it. He is rubbed out along the far side wall, but centered it as he did. It's in the skates, and a player falls in front, and it's picked up by Pajor. He flips it to the Raiders blue. 6:40 to play here in the third period. Raiders trying to find a tying goal as they trail Eden Prairie 2-1. Here's John Middlestead. He'll take it behind the goal for Eden Prairie, and then he leaves it. Batchelder in the far corner. Swings in front. Shoots. He scores! He picked the top corner. Carter Batchelder gives Eden Prairie a 3-1 lead at 10:37 of the third period. So Batchelder, a sophomore, with a high-quality goal. And it's a 2-goal lead for Eden Prairie. With 6 minutes and 23 seconds to play. Well, the Raiders really up against it now as Eden Prairie has scored here in the third period. Rudrud had to drag it in front and could not. We'll get the announcement of the goal. Batchelder. John Middlestead. Here's a shot that's deflected by Bullis behind the goal. Batchelder from John Middlestead at 10:37. 3-1 Eden Prairie. Here's Smith down the near wing. And they're offside. Face off at neutral ice with 5:48 left. Batchelder from the wing boards on the far side just came right in front and then beat Maguire under the crossbar. George Maguire's had a good game tonight. 30 saves in the first two periods. Now the puck played past Langfeld's back into the left corner of the Eden Prairie zone. Now the puck is stolen. Here's a shot and a save made by Bullis as Robbie Klein broke in from the wing. Down to 5:36 left. Raiders have generated more quality chances here in the third period. Still haven't found a way past Bullis since that power play goal by Magnuson back in the first. Mormon did in the circle. A scrap for it there. Nye unable to get to it, and now Jensen along the far wall comes to center for Eden Prairie. Over the line he comes. And it's knocked off his stick over the glass and out of play by Chris Walsh. Take the face-off in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone with 5:23 to play. And Zach Bridges, the senior, out for the face-off against John Middlestead. Puck to the left boards, and Jensen giving a rough ride there to Mormon. Puck play to the blue line, and now Jensen gets around Mormon in the circle. He shoots, and a save made by Maguire. For a stoppage with 5:12 left. Face-off coming up to the left of Maguire. John Middlestead and Bridges again. Face-off win for Eden Prairie, and a shot by Jensen crashes wide of the goal to the far side. Batchelder plays it to the right corner. And it comes in front, picked up now by Thelman for Cretin-Derham Hall. It's in his skates. And the Eagles back. Batchelder on the right with a player breaking towards the net. Batchelder centers it for John Middlestead. And a save made by Maguire. And Cretin-Derham Hall hanging on by its fingernails now, trailing by 2, but Eden Prairie continuing to generate chances. And a face-off coming up in the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. And Rudrud will come on and face off for them. For Eden Prairie. Puck down. Mormon in the right corner. And the Raiders will try to break through to center, but Rudrud is there to break it up. Now played down with the glove, and falling with it was Gleason. Puck comes to the right side and flipped into the Eden Prairie zone. They're going to dump and chase. 4:27 to go. Puck behind the Eden Prairie goal to the right. And that is Argetsinger playing it ahead. Now the Eagles down the far side. Rudrud leaves a drop pass, and Wilhite takes a shot that goes wide. Now comes out to center. Here's Gleason with half a step down the near wing. Gleason shoots, save made. Goaltender didn't see it. It was bouncing, and Rudrud is able to steer it to safety. Boy, that was close to a second goal, and now heading in front. Here's a shot. Maguire makes the save on Garrett Smith, and we'll get a face-off with 3:55 left. Well, Gleason can make things happen, no doubt about that. Down the wing he comes, and a little sneaky shot that Bullis stopped but then couldn't find. Was laying in front of the goal and unable to find a way home. From the face-off, comes to the left side. There's a shot that's deflected wide off the stick of Clayton Schultz. John Middlestead to Schultz, and it's out to center and back in the Eden Prairie zone. Schultz to Rudrud. John Middlestead over the line. Takes a shot that's deflected wide of the goal by Chris Walsh. Up the near wing, here come the Raiders. Passes behind the intended receiver, Jack Nye. And the Raiders will regroup. 3:20 to go. Banked ahead, and now here they come. Klein takes a shot, and it's blocked, centered, and it goes off the goaltender behind the net. Chasing after it there is Lilliard. And here comes Eden Prairie down the far side. Long shot is steered behind the net by Maguire. As we're down to 3 minutes to play. Here's a shot, save made off Langfells, and the rebound got away, but the Raiders able to clear it to safety. Nye. And now here's a long shot that goes wide off the stick of Langfells to the right side. And the puck is underneath the goaltender with 2:44 left to play in the third period. And now some jostling here. John Middlestead and Will Wiegman for the Raiders. Face-off coming up to the right of Maguire with 2:44 left, and Eden Prairie leading at 3-1. Right corner, now cleared around on the far side for Theo Hoppe. And he can't get it out. Now Hoppe is going to get a penalty coming up here on Eden Prairie. It's going to be an elbowing penalty coming. And I believe it's Jensen going. Yes, the official is explaining it. 14:27. Time of the penalty for Eden Prairie, and it is Jensen going for the second time in the period. Power play number 6 for Cretin-Derham Hall with 2:33 to go. One more opportunity for them to try and find a way back into this game. Magnuson from the faceoff. High on the slot, feeds the near circle, and it's Malash. No way through. Magnuson shoots. It's deflected wide. Bank shot, trying to bank it off the goaltender there was Ryan Mormon. Magnuson fakes the shot, feeds the near side. Gleason goes beside the net. Malash back to Gleason. Magnuson. Gleason. There's a beside the goal. That's Malash with it. He plays catch there with Gleason. And now Gleason cuts to the slot, feeds the puck over to the left side. Mormon closing in, and he missed the net. Rebound is picked up. Malash in the high slot with it, feeds the near side. Gleason to Magnuson, shot right on, and a rebound is steered somehow over the glass and out of play. Bridges had a good opportunity, but it might have been deflected. No, they're going to say he shot it out of play. So faceoff comes outside with 1:05 left on the power play and 1:38 left in the third period. And we're going to get a timeout here. We are going to get a timeout taken. And Cretin-Derham Hall takes its timeout. With 1:38 to go, and boy, that's just what kind of night it's been. Zach Bridges, good opportunity on the doorstep, goaltender down, and he popped it over the glass and out of play. It'll give new coach Matt Funk an opportunity to instruct his players. And one would suspect that with a minute of power play time remaining that George Maguire would not rejoin the team on the ice for this faceoff. It's a good chance to go 6-on-4 if they choose to do it. Of course, the obvious drawback to that is that playing shorthanded, Eden Prairie can ice the puck. So for Eden Prairie, Lee Smith, the head coach, talking to his team, assisted by Paul Ranheim, the former Edina star. Face-off will come outside the Eden Prairie blue line, and Maguire will remain in the net, but he'll start halfway. And if they get possession in the Eden Prairie zone, he will head to the bench. Puck down. Raiders control it. Mormon backing into his zone. And the puck played ahead, picked up by A.J. Horton, and he clears it ahead. That'll keep the goaltender in the net with 1.5 to go. Magnuson behind the net. Comes off the left side. Feeds it ahead and picked out of the air by Rudrud. Boy, what a play. And he'll just shoot it all the way back down the ice. Boy, Spencer Rudrud with a super play to pick that puck out of the air with his stick. 40 seconds in the power play. And here come the Raiders down the near side. This is Bridges. There goes the goaltender. The drop pass. Malash up the slot. Magnuson fires, and he missed the net to the right. Last minute of play, 25 seconds in the power play. Magnuson at the left point. Feeds the circle on the far side. A shot, save made as Bullis makes the stop. Magnuson holds it in at the right point. 10 seconds in the power play. Magnuson cuts to the slot, feeds the right side. Gleason shoots, and he missed the net. Puck to the far side to Mormon. 3 seconds in the power play. Mormon swings it around. Malash in the near corner with 30 seconds to go. And now gets it back on a return from Gleason. Eden Prairie's at full strength, and with 25 seconds to go, they clear the puck ahead. And down the wing they come. A shot towards the empty net goes wide. And it's now picked up by Theo Hoppe, who comes out the near side. And the Raiders come in. Gleason spins, centers it, chance, and a save made in tight by Bullis on Zach Bridges with 6 seconds to play. And Eden Prairie looks like they'll hang on to win this game and win their opener. With 5.9 seconds to play, it is a 3-1 lead for the Eagles. And Eden Prairie has played a very nice game on the road tonight against a team that won 21 games a year ago. Puck down from the faceoff. Malash plays to the right point, and that is going to do it. As a shot at the buzzer by Robbie Klein goes over the top of the goal, and Eden Prairie wins the opener on the road as they defeat the Raiders of Cretin-Derham Hall by a score of 3-1. The only scoring in the third period, it was Carter Batchelder picking a corner to give his team a 2-goal advantage. His first goal of the season, obviously, as it's the opening night. And penalties in the game. Eden Prairie 7 for 14 minutes. Cretin-Derham Hall 5 for 10 minutes in the game. Cretin-Derham Hall 1 for 6 on the power play. Eden Prairie is 0 for 4. Get the closing shots here, perhaps. Here we go. Okay, so Cretin-Derham Hall outshoots Eden Prairie 11-10 in the third period. For the game, though, Eden Prairie has 41 shots on goal to 27 for Cretin-Derham Hall. Upcoming games for these teams. For the Raiders, they're at Woodbury coming up on December 6th. Then they host White Bear Lake on the 8th, and watch out for them in the coming years. They're coming off a great Bantam season. Forest Lake on the 13th, and then at Wayzata on the 15th. And for Eden Prairie, their upcoming games, they host St. Thomas Academy on the 4th, and then they go to Brainerd to play in the North-South Classic. They'll play Hermantown, perennial Class A power, on the 7th of December. The next night they play Brainerd, and then go to the Braemar Classic. They will play Elk River, Grand Rapids, and Edina in successive nights at the Braemar Classic on the 13th, 14th, and 15th of December. And we remind you that Plums and J.R. Max are proud sponsors of Cretin-Derham Hall Hockey. They're the closest restaurants to the rink, and they have team specials if you call ahead. Final score tonight, Eden Prairie wins the opener over Cretin-Derham Hall by a score of 3-1. Jeff Pappas, so long, and thanks for watching on YouthHockeyHub.com. Good night.